And now, it's time for the Thamesman.
Hello, George. How are you?
Hey, welcome. We are the Thamesman, and here we are. We are in the middle of our Madchester off.
Exactly.
Manchester bands versus Manchester bands. Alex is even wearing his hat for the occasion.
I know. Going to go raving straight after this. Going to get in my Ford Fiesta, drop a couple of pills, and then go and pull some shapes up on High Street Meadow. Hey. And for you Americans who didn't know, this was the 90s. This is Madchester.
Madchester. Yeah.
Right, so George came on the first track with a stunning track by Oasis. And really, if you're going to put Manchester against Manchester in the 90s, then I'm going to go for Stone Roses.
Well, they burned bright for a one album, which was stunning. Yes,
two albums, but we'll get into that in a minute. But the Oasis, I think, were better songwriters, but Stone Roses were better musicians in the studio.
Okay. Hence,
they're in the studio.
It's a studio version.
So this is a studio version, and it is I Am the Resurrection. And I think someone put the comments in. As soon as this comes on in any pub at the right particular age of men, they'll all be singing along to it. It's a bit of an anthem.
Arm in arm, drunkenly, 11 o'clock at night, I Am the Resurrection. Yeah, absolutely. It is. It's like pub theme, isn't it?
And then the musos of the world will be prophesizing about John Squire's guitar work in this.
Okay. All right.
So let's do it. Put on your ear warmers. Are you ready?
Immersive heaven.
3, 2, 1, boom.
Okay. Okay, you win. I fuck it. Fuck it. You win. You win. 'Cause that was just like, God damn it. That was like ridiculous.
What a fucking track!
That was. God damn you, man.
Well,
actually, thank you though as well, because that was beyond perfect. That was
very gracious of you to say, and you know, to say that. But I mean, oh, man, you know, the end bit, the whole jam. The lead singer, Ian Brown, he didn't want it on because he said it was so cliche, and the rest of the band said, no. Oh my God.
I mean, I've heard that song a million times. Well, not a million times. I've heard that a lot. You know, like I said, pubs in England, road trips, background clubs, whatever. You know, things like that. That's the first time I've really listened to it.
Really?
You know, with the headphones on again. You know,
with all the echoes and the swirls I mean,
it's like mentally of the time. Like, like 2 minutes, this happens. Like 4 minutes, that it kept like changing. Like he kept adding another layer, another segment, you know, and it was like, it was amazing. It was
I absolutely adore it. And then they break it all the way down to 2 acoustics and then build it all up again. And then it's so biblical. They put the lyrics in the Bible.
Yeah.
I am the resurrection. They put the Stone Roses in the Bible, you know. It was
the other way around, but you know.
I absolutely have always adored that track, and in headphones, and the drummer.
Oh yeah, no, that was fantastic. And like, just when you thought like, oh, you know, then they'd change it up again. Then something else would happen on some other segment. I'm like, oh my God, that was good.
The whole album is that good, but the whole album is that good and that well recorded.
But it is that one album that is that good.
Well, what happened was that they then got really locked into legal crap as some label tried to put out demos or whatever, and they basically got smothered for 10 years.
Right, yeah.
And then they came out, and then Virgin got them out, or Griffin got them out, whatever. And then they did the second coming. And there is like, you know, there are a couple of good tracks on there that are good, but by then, you know, the naivety had gone. Right, and they knew they were, you know, and John Squire, the guitarist, tried to take it even further. But it was like, I mean, it was a perfect mix of absolute naivety and just really good musicianship. And people laud John Squire in the UK is in the top 10 guitarists in the UK.
Yeah, no.
But when you listen to the different segments he put together, and I've learned some of his stuff. He is not a complicated guitarist. He is an easy guitarist. But what he does do is, I mean, he made up these little vignettes and put them together.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, no, that was and when you first sort of sent that track, and it's like, oh, it's 8 minutes long. How could I never remembered it being 8 minutes long. Weirdly, you know, and I always thought it's like in a 5-minute pop song, and suddenly it makes all sense. It was absolutely perfect. It was. I am absolutely taken. That was brilliant. That's going back on my playlist.
Great. That's great because I think that's for some people on the album, that's not the key song. The key song for them is I'm Adored, or it's going to be Made of Stone. But for me, that end bit is just, it's, you know, I imagine in my hazed dreams, sometimes I imagine I'm on stage playing along with these guys, because you really want to play as a musician with them because they are just so good, you know.
That was magic. That really was magic. So,
shall we take a quick break and then back in a second for the scoring?
Yeah, let's do that. Excellent.
Right.
She comes from Maidstone. Hello, Helen.
Hello.
You're slightly nervous.
A bit nervous, yeah.
Okay, let's tug that tassel.
Porsche 911 Carrera.
Okay, we all ready?
Volvo Estate with twin airbags.
Flip that card. Oh, yes, she's done it again. Let's see if she's third time lucky.
Ferrari Testarossa.
And she's got it right. I knew it was. And to our last contestant now. Right, I'm going to tug the tassel for one more time. Woo!
Over 13 million British adults have experimented with drugs. Drugs Uncovered, a 64-page magazine free with The Observer this Sunday.
Okay, right, excellent. Before we move on to scoring, George, what was your favourite bit of that song? Or what key features did you love in it?
I think it was, talk about, it was like, it started off, and then 2.5 minutes, he goes to that sort of higher octave, first time, I Am the Resurrection. And at that moment, it kicks off. The whole song just like kicks off for me at that point.
Yeah, because he waits to get up there, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. And that was, and then in about 4.5 minutes, then the whole band really get a go at it, and that was, for me, it's that kind of build, which was magic.
Yeah, it puts tension.
Where are you at?
Huh?
What's your bit?
The very, very, very end. So you've got the song, and then you've got the beginning of the jam, and then you've got the bulk of the jam, and at the end, they break it down, and they get 2 acoustic guitars on top of each other, and the drummer starts coming back in, and then he starts working the kit going round. He goes around the kick, and then he goes double time. And that's what gives it its final push for the last 8 bars. It's just like that moment it goes double time on the kick is after he's been around the kit twice. It's like phenomenal. And they're all just motoring on V8.
Full speed ahead. Yeah, no, it's a great track, that is. So
cool.
So I think we better look at doing some scores. It's gonna be a real tough one. So is it time for
wangers and bangers?
Bangers or wangers?
Wangers and bangers. All right. Oh, look.
Excellent. Oh, as if by magic. The
magic, that is.
Of television.
Well, you just slid the graphics in, didn't you? From your control room.
Because it is laser, Mark's.
Hang on a sec. Yeah. Sorry, that's a control room. They're saying the volume's good. Yeah. Laser graphic working.
Okay.
Right. It was my track, and it's Manchester versus Manchester. So you invited to score first on I Am the Resurrection by the Stone Roses. And I'll explain afterwards why. I'll explain now, actually, why it's not a studio version. Because Ian Brown's voice. Ian Brown's voice has never been great live.
Okay.
It's always been so good in the studio. Yeah. And it just has, I personally have never seen a version that will compete in the studio. And it was such an iconic song that it's better in the studio.
Yeah, I think, yeah, let's just like, scoring, a song versus a song, Manchester versus Manchester. Like I said, before we even got to the scoring, that's a winner. That is a total winner because I really forgot how good that song was. So I'm going big. I'm going 9.1. 9.1 for me.
Yeah, that's a very good score. And so that album obviously really important to me. Then went up to uni, Sheffield, went to the Hacienda and all that, and then it was just such an important album, and they've never. So it's unbiased because it's in the top 5 albums all time for me, okay. And that's the key song off the lot, So I'm gonna go 9.3. 9.3. That's a good score.
9.1 and 9.3. Okay.
Fire up the machine.
Fire up the machine. 9.
Fire it up.
9.3. That's gonna be an 18.4. If I'm not mistaken.
5. What do you do? One? Oh yes, 18.4. Mm-hmm. Lucky we got the electronic scoreboard.
Lucky we got the keep us honest. Right. Oh wow, that's a surprise. Okay, we're moving a Muse down. We're moving Led Zepp down, and it's dropping just below Pink Floyd. High Hopes. How about that?
Wow. So interesting enough, Gallows Pole and Resurrection, I'd put on the same sort of high energy drum based rhythm, rock. Yeah. They're both classic songs. That's a key. You can't underestimate. You don't put the Roses down. They're a top band, and that's their key tune. And then Gallows Pole's a great track as well. They could go.
I think that's okay. I think that's representative of what we feel.
Yeah. People will disagree, but I love it.
I do. Yeah. Excellent.
So, to summarise on Manchester versus Manchester, I won.
You won, but I think I won it for the hats.
I was trying to work out if George's hat had shrunk or George's head had grown. I'm not too sure which one.
Yeah, I don't know. I found the hat in the back of the car. My sister gave me this years
Oh, it's his
ago.
sister's hat.
No, it's not my sister's hat. It's my hat given to me by my sister, like back in the days when we used to go to clubs and hang out and all that weirdness.
Sure, it's not his sister's hat because she's got a small head.
Oh, look, shut up.
All right.
She hasn't got a small head. She's got a huge head as well. But I wouldn't say that out loud.
No. Thank you very much, George. Love that one. I'll tell your sister about this one to watch.
No. I blame Kachagugu on her as well, and she's not happy with me. So, yeah.
See you later on.
See you on the flip side. Peace.
Oh, hello. Welcome to Alex and George. Did your head grow or did the hat shrink?
Okay. Let's do this.